Welcome back to our follow up to the five things list of five movies older than 50 years that you should check out. And like we've done on previous episodes, Dave, you get to go first.
For my honorable mentions, I wasn't prepared for that, so I'm going to go with Psycho. Uh, Possibly, is that the start of the slasher genre? I don't know. Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates is absolutely phenomenal. Uh, I really liked the sequel to Psycho 2, but I don't think that falls within the 50-year thing. Bride of Frankenstein, possibly the greatest Universal monster movie ever made. Considered to be that by many people. Hammer's Brides of Dracula, fantastic movie, possibly the best Hammer horror film. I like uh, the original Christopher Lee Dracula, but a lot of people say Brides of Dracula is the greatest Hammer horror film. Rope, as you mentioned before, fantastic Alfred Hitchcock film. As much as I like The Birds and as much as I like Psycho, Rope is my favorite Hitchcock film. So I think that's it. Oh, War of the Worlds, as you said, King Kong. I mean, how can you even? King Kong started a whole genre.
One thing I left Universal Monster movies out only because, I feel like that's essential and everybody should know that already.
It should be, yeah.
But I will say, to add to the first slasher, I've always considered Night of the Hunter, Robert Mitchum, probably one of the first slashers.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a resurgence of Psycho with Scream 6. I think enough Easter eggs are in Scream 5 that points that plot is going to follow Psycho instead of other films. Great list, Dave. Mick, you're up.
All right, a quick list. I'm just going to run it off real fast. The Searchers, The Quiet Man, The Lost Weekend, Them from 1954, The Maltese Falcon, Sunset Boulevard, Cool Hand Luke, The Hustler, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Third Man, Lawrence of Arabia, All Quiet on the Western Front from 1930, Frankenstein, Dracula, In the Heat of the Night, A Man for All Seasons from 1966, Key Largo, Inherit the Wind, Treasure of Sierra Madre, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, and from 1956, The Killing by Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, good one. All Quiet on the Western Front is a great film.
Great.
Absolutely. All right. So my list, I got Godzilla. I know we kind of talked a little bit about him on our previous episode with King Kong. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Absolutely love that. All-time favorite. I'm glad I got to meet Rico.
Browning.
The Wolfman is another one of my favorites. And I can keep going through the list of Universal monsters, but I'm not going to do that. Psycho. Of course, you have to have the Wizard of Oz on there. Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein, definitely. Abbott and Costello meets The Invisible Man. I really like that one. I really, really like that one. I thought that one was a good one. Earth versus the Flying Saucers. I'm hoping that gets some notice now with the upcoming movie Nope coming out. And looking at that flying saucer kind of reminds me of that film. Them is another one. And then War of the Worlds. I just always loved that movie.
Yeah. You should watch Abbott and Costello meet Mr. Jekyll, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh, I've seen all of them.
Okay, yeah, I've seen them all. Well, yeah. Okay, not you, but you guys out there should watch it too. That's a good one.
Yes. Anything by the Three Stooges too. So
not everything. Nice.
All right, so that is our honorable mentions, everybody. So thank you for tuning in for our follow-up show to our list. If you didn't see the list show, go back and check it out. So there's a lot of great movies on there that we talked about that should be a part of central viewing. And as always, if you are not subscribed to the Scene Snobs, or if you haven't checked it out, go over there and check it out. Link is definitely in the description below. You're going to have fun on there. And Mick introduces a lot of other independent podcasters. So you definitely want to check out some of his selections that are out there. So go and journey through the Scene Snobs history. You'll find a lot of great gems on there, a lot of great shows. And then, of course, Dave, thank you for being our guest on this show. Monster-mania is coming up. So there's one in August, there's one in late September, early October, and then there's one in November. Definitely want to check out those shows. If you're there, I'll be there, so stop up and say hello. And I know Dave's always floating around, but he's always cordial enough to say hi. So you can always say hi to Dave as well.
When he's not pulling his hair out.
Fair.
All right, that's it for our honorable mentions.
About hosting the show, not to anyone interrupt you, but that's the toughest thing about hosting the show is that you're so busy. It's like when you're hosting a party, you're so busy making sure the music's on and the food's right that you really don't get the opportunity to enjoy it as much as you'd like to, because you're so busy, making sure all the parts are running correctly. It's great when people do come up and say hi, and I get like 5 minutes here or 3 minutes there to like just hang out and enjoy it.
Well, I'll say this, right, for anybody that's watching this. My second ever Monster-mania that I went to, my first VIP, where I didn't really know Dave, but somebody's like, oh, that's the guy that runs the thing. You were kind enough to take a picture with me. So it was very important. It's like, oh, man, I got to get a picture with Dave. So
that's why my favorite part of the whole thing is when we get to host the costume contest, because I actually get to talk to people. And I know that that's, an hour and a half that I'm going to be uninterrupted and actually get to be part of my own show, and get to interact with people and see the costumes without getting pulled away, for one thing or another. That's my favorite part of the whole weekend.
Yeah. All right. And that does it for honorable mentions. So this has been Dave.
I'm Mick.
And this has been our special guest, Dave.
Hey.
Everybody, have a great time. See you.
Thank you, guys.